Hi, Chantal.
Hi,
Hey,
Sunny. Yes,
hi.
you do have a quorum.
That's great. Okay, good. Three of us and Dale. Hi, Frank.
Hi, Sunny. How are you?
Great. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay, we are now live. Whenever again, Janine, are ready, Sunny.
Sure. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we can start our meeting today, Education, Environment, Sustainability meeting. Today is the 19th of May. And can we have a roll call, please?
Calling the roll, Ms. Simon,
Here.
Ms. Brown.
Here.
Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones is absent at the moment. Mr. Shrine.
Here.
Ms. Stevens. Ms. Stevens is absent at the moment. There is a quorum. Also like the record to reflect that Councilman Miller is in attendance.
Okay, hi. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. We have one item referred today to discuss, but before then, do we have any public comment?
No, Madam Chair, no one submitted any public comment.
And we do have minutes from April 7th. Can I have a motion, please, to adopt those minutes?
So move.
Second, Brown.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we have one item, 2021-0130. Madam Clerk, can you read that for the record?
Resolution number 2021-0130, authorizing an amendment to contract number 580 with Youth Opportunities Unlimited for the Comprehensive Case Management Employment Program, Employment Education and Training Services for Young Adults.
Okay, thank you so much. I know we have a few people here to discuss this contract extension. Who wants to start? Is that Frank?
Sure. Good afternoon. We are presenting to you an amendment to our contract with Youth Opportunities Unlimited to provide summer youth work experiences for TANF eligible in-school youth. And the goal this year is to provide 850 in-school youth with a work experience, but I'll be honest, this work experience will continue to look much different than in the past. It will be a combination of virtual work experiences, as well as more soft skills training, occupational skill training, enhancement with school activities to assist with young adults to get their high school diploma and that. So it will look different. It's far less than it has in other summers also. But this is what we could do. We were trying to do what we could with funding we had. And with me is we're doing this in conjunction with the County Job and Family Services, and Paul Bounds is here from that department. And we have Eric Dillenbeck from Youth Opportunities Unlimited. And I would turn it over to Eric quickly if he can give an overview of what you're doing, how you're recruiting young adults, and what some of the offerings are.
Certainly. Thank you for inviting me to be here. So we are actively, February 1st, our online application went live in public. And at that point, we canvassed all of the schools in the county. Our call center contacted every school that is listed on the state website and found a point of contact. We emailed them information that they can include in their weekly newsletters about how to apply for a summer job. We sent them flyers. We made continual contact with the schools. We also have a network of community partners throughout Cuyahoga County who help us to ensure that we have a nice spread and representation across the county. And we are partnering with them like we do every year to recruit youth. And so they've been a big part of our efforts. We've also had an extensive presence online on Instagram and YouTube and My kids tell me that they see the ads pop up for YOU all the time. So we know that that is having an impact. So we've had about 6,000 young people apply to work with us this summer, which is actually far less than we've had in previous summers, but it's very much an impact of the pandemic and a lot of young people not being in school physically, that we've, and as closely connected with the network as we've had. We are currently in the middle of selecting youth and scheduling them for intake appointments. So we're about halfway through that. And our team of 36 is conducting virtual intake appointments. We've designed a website that is secure and allows everyone to upload their documents to us in a safe way and conduct our appointments over the phone. So we are doing all we can to keep the community safe and keep the young people engaged and ready for summer. Orientation will begin in early June with a work experience that starts on July 21st. So we have opportunities in all of the neighborhoods, big partnerships with the CMSD schools to provide counselors, if you will, to help support summer learning for younger students. We have students placed at the pools, at the rec centers, in the libraries, and throughout the county and various jobs. We will have, as Frank mentioned, online opportunities for students that don't feel quite ready to go back out into the community yet. And we have a partnership with an organization called Hats and Ladders. And through Hats and Ladders, we will be able to provide, with other things that we enhance, opportunities for young people to, we call it Tinder for workforce, if you will. So young people get to build their profile. And then from that profile, Hats and Ladders will tell them, hey, here's 4 careers we think will be a good fit for your profile. But they're not limited to those 4. There's hundreds on there that they can say, actually, no, I want to explore what it's like to be a landscape architect or a contractor. So they're not limited to those 4 opportunities. So those are the hats, the careers, and then the ladders are the skills building. So we will have lessons every week on financial literacy. I have my list somewhere, but it'll go through all of the soft skills, how to use this work experience to help network for the next thing, building a resume, those kinds of really important soft skills that help them to secure jobs down the road. We will also, some of our students will be able to explore digital literacy, and they'll earn certificates in digital literacy through our partnership with the YRC, the Young Adult Resource Center at the OMJ building. And we will be offering a customer care certificate in order to help them have a credential when they come out of the summer for those kids that are in all virtual work sites. Are there any questions?
I guess so. Yeah, this is a good time for Frank or Eric if people, and I think, okay, we have Councilwoman Cheryl Stevens joining us, and I did see Council President Jones appear, so I think they're both on board. Do you want to ask questions now, committee members, or wait till our third person's coming in? If there's questions, go ahead.
Madam Chairwoman,
Okay.
I have to say that I'm a little disappointed that they've identified the people by June and they don't really get a work experience till July 21st, if I think I heard that correctly, which means that they've got about 3 weeks worth of work experience before school restarts again in the second or third week in August. Just why so long in the prep time and so little of the execution time?
Oh, I'm sorry. So they start their work experience on June 21st and they will work until the end of July. So they will have a 6-week work experience.
Okay.
So they will wrap up right before school starts. But we're in total with this contract and with our city contracts placing about 1,300 youth into summer work experiences. So the first couple of weeks of June are all orientations. And in our experience, we have learned that school gets out and kids like a little bit of a breather before the work experience starts. And so that time gives them a chance to decompress and then be ready to start work on the 21st. And then they will do 6 weeks of work, 25 hours per week, for 120-ish hours that they're able to work.
Okay, I apologize. I misunderstood it. So it's June 21st, they start the work experience, and it terminates, you said 6 weeks, that would put it at roughly July 31st as opposed to, is that correct?
That's exactly right, sir. Thank you.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, getting old. Maybe I missed that. I missed the date times on that. I would suggest that with right this moment, the work experiences can be very real. They're no longer virtual. If you get to most of the operating side of businesses today, they're clamoring for people to get a real physical work experience, not a virtual one anymore, because everybody is looking for people. Have you thought about any of the sector partnerships that the county is supporting? We have 3 of them out there, all of which I think would welcome conversations at both the manufacturing one through Magnet, through the medical one through Tri-C. Are they all part of your linkage as far as the sector partnerships?
They are. We actually anticipate that most of our employment will actually be in person this summer. But about a third in our heads, we're anticipating about a third would be all virtual. But we will be staffed to have all the youth in the field if all the youth want to be in-person work sites. So, and we have a wide variety across all the sectors, restaurants, healthcare related fields, very interesting partnerships that are developing with public health and teaching young people about the vaccine and having them go into the community in an organized way to let people know about vaccine clinics that are coming up. So we are striking some interesting partnerships right now for our young people to learn and explore careers.
I just can't help but think this summer is a unique experience opportunity because there's such a shortage of talent everywhere that I would think that this would be a chance to really get their hands on to operations and see things firsthand. So good luck on that.
I did want to add something there. This is one piece. The bulk of our resources really are for out of school young adults. I mean, this is for in school, but
Right.
In the next few weeks, you should be seeing our contracts for the young adults who are out of school. And included in that will be work experiences through YOU and other providers to really be looking at and really targeting, manufacturing, healthcare, IT. We tried to build up some strong linkages with Magnet and Tri-C initially, and soon with the IT to kind of be like a talent pipeline. I mean, we are a funder of the Manufacturing Access Program. We got them registered with the state. We're paying for tuition. We're contacting YOU. How can we get young adults through that program and into jobs? And we will be doing the same thing with an initiative very soon with Tri-C and Towards Employment to get individuals interested in healthcare into jobs at Metro Health and the clinic.
It just seems like it would also be a perfect opportunity for this to then transition to their school choice of selection that they will be making, and they can make that right up to literally the last minute. So all of these career experiences can lead them to a CMSD educational environment to start out when they get to the fall, and just hit the ball running, because everybody is so clamor with virtual. They're tired of that. They really want to do things.
Okay, thank you. Any questions at this point? Okay, so I think we have one more person, right, Paul, who wanted to add in?
Paul,
See it, Frank?
Paul, I didn't know if I omitted something, if you wanted to add, because, Workforce Development partners with Job and Family Services. So we collaborated together on the RFP and collaborate together on young adults and in-school contracts.
Yeah, not much more to add, Frank. And thanks for looping me in. I appreciate it. And good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to sort of advocate on behalf of YLU, and they do a tremendous job in terms of their ability to provide a great experience for the youth to come to their program. And through our evaluations and our performance outcomes, they've always seemed to reach their objectives, and they do a wonderful job in terms of producing a product. So we're very happy to have the opportunity to present them as a candidate for an amendment to their contract.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from committee or non-committee? I just have a question then about average age of the youth for this particular contract in school.
So the way this contract is worded, it's 700 will be between the ages of 14 and 17, and 150 will be 18 and 19-year-olds who are in high school, currently in high school. So that's how it breaks out. It does historically tend to skew into the 14, 15, 16 range, but we've tried to be strategic in how we're selecting participants for the program, though almost everyone who applied this year got selected because of the drop off between application and actually going through all the steps to get to work. So almost everyone that applied has been selected for appointments. But it's, yeah, I mean, does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Do they come back year after year?
Yeah, we will see a lot of young people that will come back year after year. And there's a huge benefit to that. And this year, we're actually starting a new pilot program with the use of the Future Plans Assessment, which allows young people to really explore more in depth their career aspirations. And then we want to build on that, and those youth be placed directly into work experiences that are tied to those career aspirations, so that they can use that assessment to exactly what we were talking about earlier, to kind of plot out a path to graduation and then tie those in to career exploration opportunities down the road.
And just to add to that, Eric, they also survey their clients to get their feedback in terms of their experience, whether it's a favorable experience. And they have over 90% percentile rate of those who view their work experience as favorable. So that does lead to that return rate you're speaking about, Councilwoman.
Great. Okay, I'm sure they tell their friends, and it's a lot of word of mouth too, I would think, huh?
It is. It is.
Great. Okay, yeah, I mean, this is TANF dollars, and it's a extension on a contract. We extended it last year, Frank, I think, and so we're on an extension again. What's the future look like with this contract? Another extension or an actual new contract?
Well,
Frank, are you on
you're
mute?
And, but you are correct. This is the current year. And I know we've had discussions with Frank about the future state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We do have the ability this year to amend because it was included in our RFP. We are looking at potentially doing an RFP for summer youth experience, and it could be as early as for next summer.
Okay. And the funding levels seems to be the same. Nothing's changing with TANF dollars that we have to accommodate the kids, the youth
Correct, at least this summer.
this summer.
Yes.
Okay, hopefully that will increase and we can get back on board next year, but thank you very much. I don't have questions. If committee doesn't have questions, it appears that we're behind the 8 ball on the timing of this contract. And is it do you think it's important that this go forward with a second reading suspension since we're beyond the time of the effective date?
That would be much appreciated.
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, I can see. So does anybody have objection to moving this forward with a recommendation for second reading suspension?
No.
Okay, okay. I mean, I can make that motion that this resolution move forward to the next full council meeting with a recommendation for passage under second reading suspension. Do I have a second?
Second, Stevens.
Thank you, Councilwoman. All in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, thank you so much. we will move this to the next council meeting next week, and I appreciate everybody's time. I don't have any miscellaneous business, and we can conclude the meeting. It was nice seeing everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.